Welcome to this 10-minute sunset sun salutation practice. So we'll start at the top of our mat, bringing hands to heart center. On an inhale, we'll reach the arms up, and exhale, folding forwards from the hips. Inhaling to step the left leg back, looking forwards, and exhale, coming back into downward dog. Breath retention as we bring knees, chest, chin, and inhaling to come forward into cobra. Exhaling back into downward dog, and inhaling as we step the left leg back between the hands. Exhaling, back leg up to meet the front. Inhaling to reach the hands overhead, and exhaling, hands to heart center. On an inhale, reaching back up, and exhale, forward fold. This time inhaling to step the right leg back, look forwards, and exhale back into downward dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, chin to the mat, and inhale to come forward into cobra. Exhale, downward dog, and inhale, stepping the right leg forwards. Exhale, back leg up, and inhaling to reach the arms above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhaling as we reach up, and exhaling to fold forwards. Inhaling to step the left leg back, low lunge, and exhale back into downward dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling into cobra, and exhaling into downward dog. Left leg steps forward again in between the hands, and exhaling as we bring the back leg up. Inhaling to reach all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling to reach, and exhaling to fold. Right leg steps back into the low lunge on an inhale, and back to downward dog on an exhale. Breath retention, knees, chest, chin, and inhale into cobra. Exhaling to curl the toes under, back into downward dog, and inhaling, right leg steps forward. Back leg up to meet the front. Inhaling as we reach, and exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we'll stay and breathe for a few breaths, just slowing our breath down, and we're going to slow our practice down. So breathing into the chest and exhaling from the abdomen. So we're just going to take a little bit longer in each pose now. So bringing hands to heart center, inhaling to reach, and exhaling to fold. Inhaling, left leg steps back, and exhaling back into downward dog. Bringing knees, chest, chin, and inhaling into cobra. Exhaling back into down dog. And inhaling as we step our left leg forwards. Exhaling, back leg up to meet the front, and inhaling to reach all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling to reach, and exhaling to fold. Inhaling, right leg steps back, and exhale back into downward dog. Knees, chest, chin, inhale to come forwards, and exhale back into downward dog. Right leg steps forward into a low lunge, and exhale into forward fold. Inhale to reach all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to reach, and exhale to fold. Left leg steps back, and exhale, downward dog. Again, knees, chest, chin, black breath retention. Inhale to come forwards, and exhale, downward dog. Left leg once again steps between the hands. Back leg up to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale to reach all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to reach, and exhale to fold forwards. Right leg stepping back, looking up, and and exhale back into downward dog. Knees chest chin to the mat and inhale as we come forwards, and exhale to slowly come back into downward dog. Right leg coming forwards between the hands, and exhaling back into forward fold. Inhaling as we reach, and exhale hands to heart center. Again, just finding your breath here, taking a few deep breaths, breathing into the chest and exhaling from the abdomen. So we're going to go even slower now and stay a little bit longer in each pose. So as we inhale, we're going to just stay here for a couple of breaths, reaching forwards. And then exhaling into forward fold. And again, staying for a couple of breaths here, breathing in and out. And then on your next inhale, you're going to step the left leg back into a low lunge, looking forwards, keeping the shoulders down. You can bring the hands to the thigh if you want a slightly deeper stretch, just making sure you're still breathing deeply. And then on your next exhale, pushing back into downward dog and staying here for a few breaths. So pushing away from the mat with the hands, bringing the heels down to the floor. Breath retention, we're coming forwards and inhaling into cobra, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, looking slightly forwards, feeling a stretch in the lower back. And on your next exhale, back into downward facing dog. Really pressing the hips up towards the sky. Then stepping the left leg forwards between the hands, back into our low lunge. Again, you can add the hands to the thigh. And on your next exhale, coming back into our forward fold, just fully relaxing the upper body down. When you're ready, inhaling to reach up. And again, staying here for a couple breaths, engaging through the core. And then on your next exhale, hands to heart center. And just notice your whole body slowing down here. We'll do the same on the other side. So inhale as we reach. Feeling a nice stretch in the shoulders and the arms. And on your next exhale, we'll fold forwards from the hips. Not pushing or straining, just finding a position that feels comfortable. This time stepping the right leg back into our low lunge. Again, option here to bring the hands to the thigh. And when you're ready, we'll come back into downward dog. Pushing the hips towards the sky. If it ever gets too much or you need a break, you've always got child's pose to have a rest, or mountain pose, whatever feels good for you and your body. So now we'll come forwards into cobra, breathing here, and exhaling back into downward dog. On your next inhale, stepping the right leg forwards, back into our low lunge. Shoulders down away from the ears. And then exhaling as we step our back leg up to the front, folding forward once again from the hips. Inhaling to reach, really stretching with your fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, bringing hand to heart center. Now I just do one more sun salutation to find us in our last pose. So we'll inhale as we reach forwards, exhale to fold. We'll step both feet back into a plank, lower ourselves down, coming up into Cobra. And then when you're ready, on an exhale, we'll come back into Child's Pose to finish the practice here. So just relaxing the forehead into the mat, hips back on the heels, reaching the hands forwards. And we'll just stay here, letting the breath relax. No expectations, no pressure, just feeling the effects of your practice. Feeling your body just slow down here. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again.